Hi, I'm DB Trio, but you can call me Nick, and today we are playing Nine Souls. Last time, I got to Eigong, who is... Well, I'm like 90% sure she's the final boss of the game. Unfortunately, I was just playing for too long and I got too tired and I couldn't end up really defeating her. So today we are going to defeat her. I should also say that at the end of the last part, I don't know if I'm going to keep this in or not. The ending I'm going for is the normal ending. At the end of the last part, I actually saw the beginning portion of the true ending that you get for doing all of the side content in the game. Unfortunately, after that, I just kind of quit to main menu, and it didn't actually save that choice I made to essentially like save the Ape Man and Chuan Chuan and do all that stuff. And you know, so in essence, in this file, I haven't seen this cutscenes yet, so I'm still on the normal ending route. I'll absolutely, well, provided that this boss doesn't take me forever, I will absolutely go back and try and, or we'll go back and do over those cutscenes. Yeah, do over those cutscenes again. I was just thinking if I should like cut out my initial reaction, but maybe there's something worth it to seeing me like utterly exhausted seeing those cutscenes. But I provided that this boss doesn't take an extraordinarily long amount of time, I will go back and re-voice over those cutscenes and fight the boss again to do true ending. The way I can tell is because I still have the Azure Flyer on me. That's what I can tell with the... Okay, I don't know what ending I have. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it did save. When I was doing the normal ending, okay, so then I will have to keep that in. The normal ending has the root decryption progress at 20%. I come here earlier. It's weird that I still have the Azure Flyer. That's a bit of an oversight after I saved and quit. Or the Mystic Nymph. I call it the Azure Flyer. But I do have the Rhizometric Arrow, and the root decryption progress has progressed to 80%. So now, I for sure am going for the true ending right now. And I will go back and do the normal ending after I do this. I don't know if this boss fight is going to be easier or harder. I also don't know if the dialogue is different. You're up early? I thought you would sleep much longer. I realized it wasn't, I realized that this really isn't time for a nap. Shame, why return to this pitiful place when you can welcome a whole new world in your dreams? Whole new world? I don't care what it is you're trying to do, but you better stop right now.
What so?
Why? You're about to witness the liberation of Fusang. This is our destiny. We'll soon devour the fruit that fate has provided for us. We waited too long for this moment. Gone insane. Insane, I found the truth and unlocked immortality. I cannot fathom the significance of this achievement. You're right, I can't. I don't understand why you'd make the same mistake over and over again. Transforming Solarians into those mutants can't be the answer. Prophets have always have to beat a lonely path. Never mind. You'll thank me in time, you and everyone else. This is the dawn of our race. Solarians were but stupid beasts before the whims of fate, endlessly pursuing our own tails. We should celebrate because we're about to break out of this cycle and enter the realm of the immortal. And you think this is what will free us? I'm not going to let you have your way.
只可親悔。
How extremely cruel of you. Hope by that trapping you in your dreams I could avoid this confrontation.
法官
No mentor can bear to end
到險
any of their students' lives. Don't make me do it twice. To get back to where I was before. Okay, so the fight itself hasn't changed that much from the first, from the normal ending. That was what, well, at least the first two phases don't seem to have changed much. I don't know if there's a third phase. If there is a third phase. Fuck. I also feel like I'm not going to be talking so much just because I need to concentrate on the boss. was hoping to kind of see which... Fuck. Okay, so the glow on her sword. If I release it, then it's too early. I have to release it a little bit after the dark energy, like, gets absorbed into a blade. Fuck. I might be dead here. Damn it. Damn it. Fuck. Yeah, I'm dead there. Maybe it's the second one that I should fire my arrow at, just so I know I can kind of prepare myself for which counter I should be doing there. The jump counter or unbound counter. Okay. The first one. Okay. I'm trying for a visual cue when to release my unbound counter, but it's not going so well. Fuck. Too early. I got the other one, kind of. Trying to heal in the middle of that is very difficult. Fuck. Now it's a bad time to do that. Fuck, wrong one. pretty well. I wonder if I wonder if it's the case with a lot of people where it's like the better you do, the more fear you, the more anxious you feel, just because of you're getting so far, but you're so close to messing up. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. I was panicking. I have so little time to heal during that phase. I pressed X there, and nothing happened. Was trying very hard to heal. I do have quick heal on it, yes. Yes, quick dose. I think I held on to that too long. tried to do that, but I already jumped. Fuck. Too early. Fuck. I accidentally pressed the wrong button there. Check something. Not that. I'm trying to get the timing of the key blast down as short as possible, but it's a bit confusing to me. I think I died to the fire there. picked up that. I think if you hold it down long enough, the key blast, the general key blast will go off eventually. I was overthinking it like a bit too much, I think. Doing the row always catch me off guard. wrong thing. I disagree with that last one, but I messed up a bit too much before then for it to really matter. The triple always gets me. Oh fuck, there's totally a phase 3. This is my worst fear. There's totally a phase 3. Sometimes I hit like up and left on my controller to heal. Yeah, sometimes I hit up and left on my controller to heal, and I end up just like not doing anything, because the game doesn't process the up left input as a heal. Fast. Transfers part of your internal damage to the enemy after a successful unbound counter. Do I think I need Steely Jade here? I don't know.
Yeah!
Dead. I think it's good, but it's like, it's such an awkward... It feels so awkward to use. Or rather... I just can't get the jades... the... jades that I want to use. God, that's such bullshit. I tried to do an unbound counter there so I can... No, wait. I turned that off. She doesn't have any projectiles that can do this, right? That'd be kind of pointless. I really wish there was just like a better one-slot jade that I could use. The thing that actually, that one, I didn't realize that it didn't, it reduces the cooldown of Immortal Dash. Okay. Fuck, I might die here. Ah, damn it. I kind of... I dashed instead of jumping, and that kind of threw me off. Fuck. The problem with me, like, jumping away is that, when she does the talisman dash, is that, it throws off my timing for the parry. So that's why I think it sometimes catches me off guard, even though I do, like, all the right moves. might die here. Epic music. Overthought it again. still think that's bullshit. There we go. Wrong one. Oh, this is not good. Fuck. Fell into the talisman. There we go. Panicking a bit. Low health, no heals. Yeah, I was panicking. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. That was a bit weird because she started that while I was like right beside her, so the thing for that came out a little odd. Too early on that release. was trying to heal there so badly. Fuck. I was hoping I could get a little bit more time. I'm dead. I kind of panic whenever I'm in the air with that. And I just kind of hope that I don't fall into a talisman dash. I need a better strategy for that, I guess, but I don't know what that would be. Nah, there's really nothing to say there. I just messed up. I'm dead. In the third phase, just doing a standing talisman attack is not something I was anticipating. Fuck. Man, like I see the talisman come out, and I think she's doing the talisman dash, so I jump instinctively, but I can't get on the ground quick enough. Well, I do have the charm that lets me down dash. Maybe I should start utilizing that whenever I... whenever I think it's one, and then have to quickly switch to another. I was healing there, man. I was healing there, and the tip of her sword, dude. I really need to use the piercer arrows just to stagger her, just so I can heal. Really? Feel here. Fuck, I'm dead. Oh, come on, man. I kind of got comboed into the talisman thing. Okay. I just need to like... Fuck. Not do that. I don't care. I don't care. How long was that in total? Like 3 hours yesterday, 2 hours today. As your mentor, I admit you've improved a lot. You move with grace and show no trace of fear. Are you not scared, Yi, knowing that everything might turn to dust? I am scared, but I have also learned to accept failure. Ha, you didn't learn that from me. It's almost time. There's a 4th phase in the normal ending. I'm gonna be real upset. Thank you for joining me as we bring an end to this era. It seems not even you can stop the inexorable wheel of history. No, stop. Solarians will last forever and ever. A shining beacon of the universe. I guess technically she's still there, but I didn't see her, huh? The old boss arena is where he faces the souls. Kind of. We didn't face Shaikwan there. Guys are still being the drums. Where are you guys at? About 3,000 li away from New Kunlun. Is everything okay there? Good, then you should be out of range. What do you mean? What are you doing? Ifong infected the primordial root before she died. Now I have to destroy it. What? You're You're going to detonate the rhizometric bomb, but that will destroy the entire island, I know, but this is the only way I can put an end to this disaster. Perhaps this will finally allow Kunlun, allow everything to return to nature. But what about you? I'm sorry, but you'll have to take care of everything else. I've been a terrible friend, always making messes for you to clean up. Yi. That's not true, brother. Don't worry about it. Is Xuan nearby? I want to speak to him. Yi? Xuan, I need you to listen carefully. I'm afraid I won't be able to pick you up. You lied to me? Promise me you'll eat well and live well on the pale blue planet, even when you're on your own. You lied to me. Also, remember to teach yourself swimming. I'm sure you'll be swimming in the sea in no time, even without me there to help. You're the smartest kid I've ever seen. No, I can't do anything without you, Yi. Why are you doing this? Why would you lie to me? You're going to throw me away? If you're going to throw me away, then why did you save me? You were the one who saved me. You helped me understand so much that I didn't before. You helped me understand so much that I didn't before. I feel very fortunate to have spent all this time with you. Thank you, Xuan. In the end, you're the one who woke me up. You were even able to bring me some hope for this world. Don't say that. I don't want you to go. You can't go. Don't cry. Somebody once told me this. Life and death are one. When the end comes, we'll just return to heaven and earth. Why am I being left behind again? It's not fair. What am I supposed to do when I miss you? Don't worry. Whether you're under the sun's warm embrace or floating upon that boundless ocean, I'll be there as part of you for all eternity. Okay, I better get going. Take care. Yi don't. I like this cutscene. This is very cool. Let's hang. So that's what the ship looks like. You never really seen the outside of the ship. Is this fuzzy? Have we returned to the Tau? How interesting. sure if I should give my thoughts on the game now or after I do the other ending. I wonder if this is going to get copyright strike, but I guess, I don't know. I guess I'll give my thoughts now. In that, this was a very fun kind of Eastern action adventure game. I wouldn't exactly call it a Metroidvania just because the level design doesn't... How they designed the levels was good, but it didn't really require much backtracking. Ooh, this is a jam. The music and art design are the real draws of the game, but I wouldn't really exactly call it a Metroidvania just because for Metroidvanias, I think one of the underlying key designs that, you know, makes that genre of game is the kind of freeform exploration of it, and being able to backtrack to previous areas and go and explore further. Sorry, I'm like enjoying the music, so my thoughts are a bit are getting a bit jumbled. Essentially, there wasn't a lot of backtracking. All the areas were very well contained. Were contained within themselves. And you can explore the areas on their own without the need for future abilities to get items in that area. Essentially, whenever I entered an area, I explored it fully and got everything that was there almost consistently before having like the ability to double jump or what other abilities are there? The ability to air dash. I didn't have to really go back to any past areas in order to get any items that are scattered about, aside from a few certain exceptions, obviously. But backtracking wasn't a main stable point of the game. Unlike other Metroidvanias, like Hollow Knight, where you could get to different areas after acquiring abilities that you got throughout the game, and there would be different things for you to do and explore and discover after you got those abilities. So I feel like this is more like a 2D action game because of how somewhat linear it feels. With that being said, it is a very enjoyable action game. Obviously, the final boss is incredibly difficult. Spike in, or is an incredibly... what am I trying to say? It's a big jump in difficulty, is what I'm trying to say. But for the standard version, it's not too bad. I didn't really feel that there were any frustrating parts. Even with the final boss, I just needed to, you know, calm down, relax, and figure out the parry windows, the timing, and when I could attack and not attack, and just try and find the correct kind of build that allowed me to do that. So it wasn't really unfair. It was very challenging. I know there are a lot of videos on YouTube that like mention like the parry mechanic and how how the parry mechanic is very integral to this game. And while I do agree on that, no, I was gonna say like the parry mechanic is very unique to this game. But thinking about it now, I haven't played enough Metroidvanias to give a clear, definitive answer on whether or not the parry mechanic, like, if not having the parry mechanic in this game, how that would change the overall combat system. Because, you know, the parry mechanic is very integral to the system, so it's hard to imagine the game without it, and how Nine Souls would be in terms of a game without having the parry mechanic integrated in it. I have no idea if that word vomit even made any sense. The parry mechanic is very integral to this game. Suffice to say. So comparing it to other 2D Metroidvania-like games that don't have a parry mechanic, it's hard to make a comparison between them, because, you know, would those games be better with a parry mechanic? Would this game be worse without it? It's hard to, because of how baked in the parries are in this game, it's hard to compare those, to compare Nine Souls with another Metroidvania, because of, you know, the underlying, or not underlying, the integral mechanics that it has, the integral mechanic of pairing that it has. That's to say, I guess, pairing is very satisfying, and it definitely makes this game stand out from other games like this. I just seen a lot of YouTube videos under the assertion that the parry mechanic is like I don't know how to put it. I'm just watching the cutscene. I don't know, I guess, blah, 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 blah. Flashplane. So is it going to show anything other than a white screen? Oh, that's nice. It's the spaceship, and now the title screen has changed to the camp. That's super cool. I guess as I was saying, the parry mechanic is what makes Nine Souls a unique game when compared to other games in the genre. But I've seen videos online of saying that, you know, it's a much... I want to dispute the videos, or, well, no. You know what I should do? I should stop comparing it to other Metroidvanias. I think what makes this unique in terms of a gameplay mechanic is the parrying system, and how smooth and how responsive the parries are in the game. makes it very rewarding. And makes the combat very technical without being so technical that it's like hard to wrap your mind around it. And overall, it's a good thing. I think the main thing that really left an impact on me in terms of the game, though, was the world that it built. I played Hollow Knight, I played Metroid Dread as some other examples. I really shouldn't compare that, but I think I just keep comparing this game to other games when I really should just like have it on its own merit. But the thing that really entranced me was all the attention to detail on like the data points and the passenger logs about how they brought this fictional how they brought New Kunlun and the history of the Solarians to life and how detailed that was. And I just thought it was really cool to see all that creativity that essentially happened before we even started playing the game, and how we were just like discovering what happened and exploring New Kunlun. And how all that lore was what's thought out. It wasn't I wouldn't say it's done in exactly a how should I put this? Give me a second. It wasn't done really in a organic way. Though a lot of it was like a lot of the lore was just presented, you know, in the usual fashion of just like data logs that we find throughout the world that we have to go through and read, but it was still very well thought out and well put together. And just made the environment feel a lot more alive and more interesting. Made the environments feel a lot more or made the world feel a lot more alive and interesting versus kind of just being just a random series of disconnected areas. You know, everything kind of made sense and you were still following this mystery about what happened. And you know, like I said, it's the thing that stuck out to me in the game. Anything else? Overall, I would say if you do like this style of game, it's definitely worth a playthrough. It will get some time getting used to the parry mechanic, which is like the parry mechanic, especially when you fight the end game boss. But overall, I think if you like the art style, especially like the advanced, like, Eastern kind of setting that this game presents itself in, I would definitely recommend checking this out. Now that that's over, more battle memories. I can refight the bosses. Neat. I think with that being said, I'm going to go for the other ending and just, like, you know, at the very least see it. Where do I have to... Or rather, like, what am I doing here? Okay, so this is before everything. Oh, wow. This is actually pretty far back, huh? Yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of running through this stuff. Ow. Okay. Well, whoops. I was kind of thinking, one thing that kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense is... or that feels kind of weak is... kind of focusing so I don't, like, die. One thing that kind of doesn't make a lot of sense is Eigong herself. I wonder if that will be a problem later, or after. Eigong kind of feels... I don't think I missed any logs, is the thing. Oh, weird. I had 100%. I know this one's Fang. Which one was this one? I don't remember. I think I had 100% though. Ow. Ow. Eigong kinda... I wonder if there's actually... I'm having a lot of thoughts, or like, I'm trying to think right now and just like... Trying to voice thoughts are very hard for me. With Eigong and her whole ordeal, she just kind of went crazy. Over the fact that she couldn't, you know, fix her mistake. And, you know, that she couldn't actually synthesize a cure to the Tiandao virus. Which I feel it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's a very weak... It feels like a very weak, not reason. It feels like very weak. Feels like a very weak structure to form her, like, descent into madness. I don't know how to put it. I should probably take a break if I'm like this jumbled, but maybe it's not weak. Maybe it just feels kind of... I think I'm using the wrong word here. It doesn't feel super interesting, I think, is a more correct way to put it, because the reasoning why she, you know, went crazy is sound. You know, she spent like hundreds of years trying to create a virus with no, or trying to create a cure with no, with no progress, and essentially she wasn't getting anywhere with actually being able to cure the virus. That was initially like her own fault, but that kind of felt a bit expected. Now, my only hang up with saying that is I can't exactly make up another scenario where, you know, Eigong, I can't make up another like plot point or scenario to which Eigong would be our enemy, or which would make the story more interesting, in a sense. I don't know. Just random thoughts. Anyway, I'm gonna skip through most of the dialogue and not like say it because, you know, we've already seen it.
쎄. Ten you them juice. 来茶. 어.
照顾我。
It just kind of feels like she's... I think my problem here is we don't get... We see glimpses of what Eigong through when we defeat the other souls and in their soulscapes. We always see Eigong kind of manipulating things, but we don't get a true sense of who her character is until we speak with her, such as now at the very end of the game.
云色在启动.
So in that aspect, as the main, we don't have the weight.
What'd you say?
My train of thought was what there are rails on my train of thought, and now they're not. We don't get a good sense of her character and her ideals and her motivation while we are playing through the game. And so by the end of the game, she kind of just turns into this leader who has... She just comes off as a leader who has just gone crazy with being unsatisfied. Her being unsatisfied with being unable to create a cure. And I feel like they should have maybe incorporated more of her logs throughout the game in order to have us, or give us a sense of who the main big bad is, or who our final confrontation is going to be. And their whole characterization and character arc and what Eigong has gone through. Because like I said, at the end of the game, it's kind of just feels like the final boss fight is mechanically difficult, but it doesn't exactly have the emotional, or I don't know what the word is, the emotional or plot related weight that a final boss ideally should have. So I guess that would be a criticism to think about in terms of if Red Candle makes like a sequel to this or something, or whatever game Red Candle decides to make next. I turned the game's volume down while I was talking. But yeah.
必須弄得自位。必須
Oh, I'm tapped out, that's why.
必須
I really need to stop running into that. This is such a weird section too. Oh, that's right. I have to... God damn it. Yeah, the cats. Do I have another one of these? Yes, I do. I guess the only wish is I wish the point of no return section was a little bit shorter, but you know. Ow. Also, why are there chests here? So yeah, there's some characters around here, huh? I'm glad these elevators still work. Or well, maybe not glad. I'm surprised these elevators still work. Was it ever explained why it's like Ryuyi here, but all the characters say abacus.
比孙，
慢巧，
阴心弯，参领，平总问
尊俏，
孙干腰子，万金东
六神，
龟。
Okay, so this is where I'm going to go for the different ending. I wonder what happened. Well, I guess we're about to find out. To be honest, I more or less agree with what the other soul's been saying. Even if you overthrew the 9 souls, would it do anything for the future of our people? Are you going to stop the Eternal Cauldron project? And that's not mentioning how New Kunlun is in complete chaos. Do you still remember our original promise? What promise? That we both return home in a blaze of glory? Hold on. You're planning on going back to Penglai? I checked the energy levels at the Radiant Pagoda. It should be doable. Indeed, we have been storing energy through the roots for centuries. We should theoretically be able to initiate a second space warp. That's all strictly theoretical. New Kunlun's navigation system do not have a built-in return procedure. You forget who wrote that system in the first place? Got me there. If there is anyone who gets back home, it'd be you. Trust me, it'll all be fine once we return home. How is it that you always find a way to win me over? And better than croaking this far from home, so what's the plan? We still have some time before the code is revised. I need to get to the root pinnacle to stop Eigong. However, there is something I can only ask your help for. I guess Xuan. Yes, help me take care of him. What a hassle, can't you raise him yourself? Fine, just stop looking at me with those eyes of yours. Fine, I get it, I'll do it. Thank you. You're giving me goosebumps. You never used to be all kind and caring like this. Just don't lose, okay?
比孙，
Where are you going, Yi? Remember the people who just broke in? Well, I need to put a stop to their evil plans. But there's this super strong old lady swinging a really long sword. Are you sure you'll be fine on your own? I'll be fine. I've been preparing for this day for quite some time. After I deal with this, everything will come to an end. You've always liked hearing stories about where the Solarians grew up, right? When I return, I'll take you there to see it with your own eyes.
阿金，
Really? You're not lying, right? When have I ever lied to you? In another timeline. I can already imagine your jaw dropping when when you see the ocean on Penglai.
哦，
An ocean? You teach me how to swim so that I can swim all the way to your hometown. You're going to need a bunch more. You're going to need a bunch more lungs for that. It takes months to even walk that kind of distance. How do you know if you've never tried it
比
yourself?
孙，我来。
You have to come back safe and sound, Yi. So the difference here is the 8 men. We don't return the 8 men back to Earth. Oh, that's the last one. Root core monitoring device. Wait, I need quick dose. Reciprocation and Steely. Guess I need Key Blast. Alright, round 2.
What's all?
Yes. We've gone through this in another timeline, please.
유지야 외누. 파짐 제반 우쇼짐. 자 거산포이. 와군 진사이 도힌토.
Fuck. Okay. Fuck, really? Fuck. I just need to get back into it, I guess. think I have the wrong Jade on. Fuck, I was looking for something else. Oh, really? It's only 2 phases for the normal ending. As your mentor, I have to admit you've improved a lot. There is no hesitation between your movements. Your determination was in full show. You're supposed to be my greatest achievement. I am. That's why I've been fighting to stop you. I hope you're right. The real enemy never disappeared. I leave it to you, the fate of all Solarians. That's so surprising. I was so prepared for the third phase too. Opening star map, course plan complete, calibration, navigation system, destination ping, lie, recommendation, air reserve sufficient. Open a wormhole and perform space jump. This was a, or is this the grave? I can't tell if this is... We saw this in one of Yi's memories. I don't remember if this is just like a random monument or if this is his parents' grave. Are we still on the ship? It's very ominous music. Look, Xuan, he's back. I told you so, he came back real quick. We've been waiting ages for you, let's pay some Kwaikun. You've organized the recent energy reports together with Xuan. Penglei's soulscape system is functioning smoothly. There shouldn't be any short-term computing shortages. That's fortunate. In addition, with regards to repairs being performed on the vital sanctums, we detected 0 anomalies in the core functions. Other than that, the little glitches kind of feel odd. Okay, can I skip through this perhaps? I definitely find the true ending to be much more satisfying in terms of Yi's growth and his personal journey, at least how I played it, with collecting all of the Solarian artifacts to show to Xuan. And then I guess that's another thing I haven't really talked about is my overall thoughts on Yi's growth throughout the game. For me, it's like what do I think about Yi's growth? I'm not like the most creative mind in the world. So, just in total, like video game stories, I always feel like video game stories that or like character development that don't feel like impactful to me isn't necessarily like the story writer's fault or the game's fault. To say it's kind of like it's an issue with me that I can't, or like I feel like I don't properly appreciate the subtle nuances and effort and emotion that goes into creating like a character and their entire story and their feelings and such. And also I lack the kind of vocabulary to even properly voice my thoughts. In terms of like this ending, or yeah, in terms of the normal ending versus the true ending, I definitely think with at least how I played the game, seeing Yi grow and share his culture with Xuan, and then allowing Xuan Xuan to kind of use what he'd learned from Yi in order to better, you know, the ape-men humans, and hopefully give them a chance to where the Solarians failed. I definitely like that kind of idea more than Yi coming back home and trying to do what the council could not, and kind of well, how do I put this? I don't want to say, like, how do I put this? I'm gonna take a break after this while Monster Hunter loads up, but let me think for a second. Or as the kids say, let me cook for a second. I think in the normal ending, Yi coming home and essentially trying to prolong his race's extinction, or not prolong the race's extinction, but prevent his race's extinction by any means necessary, kind of, it goes against a lot of what the theme of the game, or what I think the theme of the game is, which is, you know, is it really living? Is surviving really living? You know? Is sacrificing all, or is sacrificing what makes us unique, what makes us special, really worth being able to survive? We saw that in Chiu's The Merchants kind of storyline. We also kind of got a glimpse of it with Shanice 9000. The normal ending definitely doesn't, not take into account, but doesn't, it contradicts a lot of the story plot points that are brought up through, you know, Hang and all the other, like, side characters and all of the other, you know, quote-unquote optional scenes that you can see throughout the Yi's journey here. And thus, that's why I guess the normal ending feels a lot less satisfying than the true ending, where, you know, Yi's race essentially goes extinct. No, there's no special background. That's unfortunate. god, I got distracted. What was I saying? That's what makes the normal ending kind of a lot less satisfying than the true ending after you've gotten to see all of the stories of Xuan and all the other side characters that you've come to get to know throughout the game. And I guess why the true ending is better. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for 9 Souls today. If you got this far, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And catch me on Twitch. I stream 4 days a week. And yeah, as always, do the right thing because it is the right thing to do, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.